Jai Gurudev. I invite all of you to take part in this collective inquiry, collective learning. As I always say, there is no new questioner, there is no one is there to answer. Every question arises from the human consciousness, and every answers are also coming from the same consciousness. Unless there's an inquiry, there's no any answer arises. Unless there's no any answers, new answers, there's no any evolution takes place. We all believe that we are all individual, and we all believe that we all know the logics of this life, and we believe all these logics. We understand all our logics through our structures. But as a human species, we are not alone. We are not individual in a way. We are all collective beings. We are all part of collective consciousness. We are all cosmic beings. All the questions arises. We may think it is from an individual mind, but also the question is belongs to this time, belongs to this particular constellation. Every situation we go through also cosmically, there's a rhythm, how everything is evolved, everything is dissolving. We are all part of this play. I welcome all of you to take part in this collective inquiry.
Dear Guruji, life feels different since 2 months. I am surprised how we all adapt to this situation. I personally encounter a shift in me, that being at home, not having the social entertainment and pressure of work, brought a stillness in me. Now they talk about opening up again. I'm afraid the world starts in the same direction. How to avoid, how to act in my own case. I don't want to miss the chance to transform. What would be the good steps humanity can do, also in terms of technology?
So many questions are together, I think. And the reopening, yes, the reopening in a way necessary due to the many factors. But also, this lockdown also necessary for the many reasons. Anyhow, we go by one, in a way, the lockdown, even though it brought a lot of difficulties and misery we went through or even going through still. At the same time, it opened so many new questions about our life. How we all structured that unreflected run we had in the name of development. How we are all driven by the industries, how we are all driven by the fame and brands and old beliefs. This pandemic, in a way, opened so many questions within us. Where we go, where we stand. In one way, it is beautiful because we got the opportunity to look at it. We got the opportunity to implement, to stop the way we function. We can also see the changes in the nature. How much, naturally speaking, how much the nature benefits out of this lockdown. So it gives some kind of hope to us that yes, there is a possibility that as a whole humanity take a very radical step to change situations, change the way we function, change the way we believe this is how life is and it's supposed to be like this. It is possible to take such a act where the nature can, revive, nature can heal itself. But at the same time, on the other side, when we look at the life, so many people are affected. Not necessarily everyone is living in a life of abundance. The world which we live is all not what to say, equal world. So many things are not justifiable. Unequal world we are living. And most of the population in this world, majority of the population, is a dependent population. So this lockdown affect many people. Many people lose job, and even particularly in developing countries. Also here in the West also it's the same. Here also it's the same. The survival question comes. So in this way, it also opens new questions. Our dependency, individual dependency, and how our whole economy functions. In this way, it is not positive. And also, we are not prepared for it as a human society. We all know, scientifically, we all know, always there's a possibility for such an event, and we are not prepared for it. The structure what we have is not meant for that. So we have to learn so many things from this event. Now, going back, you say going back, the countries are opening up and going back, you say. Yes, but when you come to an individual, you have to reflect what you are going back to. See, the person says, right now, past 2 months, feel better, and be away from this run, away from this social run. Now, when lockdown is over, when the whole market is reopening, then the person is get a little scared. So the question is, what as an individual, what you are going to reopen? You understand? We always question the government. Government is going to reopen. Companies are going to reopen. Society is going to reopen. We say, government imposed the lockdown. Everything we have someone else to to account for. Instead of that, as an individual, we have to look at it, what I'm going to reopen in my life. Past 2 months, what I shut down. What are the things I thought it is inevitable suddenly become normal not to have? What are my values, and what brought this gap, what brought into my life? What are the important things in my life? what is matters. So, as an individual, you have to look at it. What you are going to reopen? Are you going to back to the same old dependency, same old consumption, same old run? Even if it is spiritual, we can also say we are spiritual consumer. So we have to see in what way we are going to consume. How much demand we have as an individual to make us feel content, make us feel happy, make us feel peaceful in our heart. So it's an individual question than a question to the government. More and more we put everything on government, that the government need to impose something for your own safety, or government reopen for you. Everything is you put outside, you become weak. You are giving your own responsibility into someone else's hand. That's how I look at it. I don't deny there's a structure, government, and the whole system is there. But still, we don't have to put everything on the government. We can take our own responsibility to say that what I am going to reopen, and what I left, and where I am now, and what I wish for the future. An individual transformation leads to global transformation. We believe the global change, but this global change needs to start from individuals. Only through collective, It's like elections, how we elect people, our leaders. Every individual vote, and suddenly it become a big power. Same way, as an individual, we have to bring changes in our heart, in our body, in our surroundings, in our desires. Otherwise, everything will be experienced as something is imposed on you. Someone else is imposing on you. Even if it is something for good. I see the kids when they go to hospital, the doctor wants to give some medicine, and the kids refuse and fight with the doctor and feel imposed. And many things are like that too. We always create the opposite. We see something is imposed on us, because we also gave our own power out to take our own decisions, our own responsibilities. So I see at this point, we rely mostly on government. We rely mostly on someone else is going to lead, someone else is going to bring answers. But instead of that, we have to look for our own answers. Small groups or families or individuals. We have to look for our own answers and how we can take care of ourselves, how we can sustain ourselves, how we can, bring self-reliance. And so that's a way. That's the only way, in a way, to not repeat the old paradigm. Otherwise, we jump back again like a suppressed being for 2 months, and we want to do it at once, what we are holding, And but I believe we are not going in that direction. We have learned a big lesson now, and my hope is, and prayer also, that we don't blame each other, and instead of blaming each other, we as a whole humanity, we work together to find a solution. But that is global level. But at individual level, we have to find our own solutions. Local based, location specific solutions, not centralized solutions. Mm. And the technology, there's a question on technology. Can you repeat that question?
What would be the good steps humanity can do also in terms of technology?
Technology is good as long as it's meant to bring people together to their own, to experience, to explore their own intelligence, not replacing their intelligence. It's very, very important. The more and more we use the external intelligence, and slowly we deny our own intelligence. You follow? Yeah. For example, nowadays we store every information artificially somewhere. We may not remember our own phone numbers. And slowly this memory system itself may not function. We may not have this capacity to remember things anymore. See, already that's the case, Everything we can always Google it, always in one way we mastered something, but also same time we also lost something which is very precious to us as a human species. Technology should create the opportunity that we can take part in this life more, not we more and more alienate ourselves from the life, distance ourselves from the life. Technology no need to contradict with the life of the natural species. Technology must to bring us together. Even though we say now the present technology brought everyone together, it's a big question whether we just informing each other in distant, but also it's important to know we forgot to communicate with the people who are next to us. You see, again, the mind is distant oriented, future oriented. We keep on communicating with the people who are too far, but not communicating with the people who are sitting in front of us. I see everywhere this, the public and even in the families at home. They don't speak anymore. It's always communicating with the people too far, and that is not a healthy practice. That in this way we are totally divided, lost the contact with each other, and also we rely mostly on fabricated information. To all these Facebooks or internet pages, everything, and not necessarily the true information can be there. We can always see within us also. One thing is what we wish to be, other one is what we are right now. That true reality, isn't it? What you wish to be. And I wish to be successful, or I wish to be an open person. I wish to be a unconditional person. I wish to be. That is my future plan. Other one is what I am right now, how I experience myself right now, how I respond to life right now. So it's a two different picture. Most of the time these two pictures are not the same picture. It's a totally two different picture. And in this information era, the picture what we have, what I wish to be, that's what we share with everyone. No one says, I'm a very conditioned person. I don't like to share with each other. Huh? I don't want to help other person. I hate my neighbor. No one tell those things. But in fact, always put our picture, what we wish to be. in a way, we all refer the wish, but not necessarily most of the time the reality which is behind this wish, and current reality. Are you able to follow? So we are not communicating with the truth anymore. Many times it is like this. You see also in the the property market, the photos from the realtor company, and you can see a big living room, but you go to the real building, you say, oh my God, it's only 20 square meter, and it's not that big. But with a camera, we can manipulate it. But when you see in the website, you see something so big, and it's very interesting. It's not meant to manipulate it, but So, in a way, whether the technology brought us closer to the reality, or it detached us from our reality. Whether it's brought closer to our truth, or it detached everyone from our truth. It's all a big question to look at it. And also, look at a flower. We used to enjoy the flower. Now we like to take photo, and we enjoy how many likes we have. So it's changed a lot. So the technology, the role of the technology is not alienating us from life. It need to bring us closer to the life, closer to the real life. The real life is taking between people, is happening between people, happening between our senses and what is sensed, not in the imagination, not in the distant. When I'm at the beach, I like to hear the sound of the waves and feel the smell of the sea, and to see the beauty of the sea. Or I'm at the beach, I'm communicating with someone too far and having conversation about the mountain. I missed something now. I missed my own presence of enjoying wherever I am. So it's all much deeper questions.
Dear Guruji, what lesson can be learned from the current situation as individual level and also on a global level?
Our dependency. We can learn how we are dependent. How we are dependent, in between us. And globally also, how as a country we are dependent on each other. This current situation teaches only our dependency. So this is an opportunity that we can learn to become a self-sustainable societies. Every country also is an opportunity to see what way it can sustain itself. It's good for people. It's create more employment for everyone. It create more values. It brings more different expressions, not a stereotype, but it brings diversity. So globally and individually, this is what we can learn in this time about our dependency and how dependent we are, and in what way we can free from this dependency. And also to understand the whole society, how we are maintaining the structure in the society, different layers of the society. the way we are functioning, how our human society is structured, where everyone is included as a beneficiary, or everyone is included in the process of development, or everyone is included in the history. Because human life, all our experiences are accountable. Few people live wealthy and rest of the society is in survival mode, then the intensity of the human experience is survival mode. And we can't evolve further with this experience. It's important to understand. As long as the dominant experience is survival, dominant experience is suppression, then the whole human experience also like that. Because we are all connected. Our brain is connected. See? We are not just individual. We are part of everyone, part of all experiences. That's why I always say that your inner experience is your contribution. It's very, very important. So how, as a whole humanity, we are going to march towards the glory. With the 90% of the population under pain, under poverty, under survival mode, under fear. Because that's the dominant experience we have. It influences everyone. So, when we talk about the development or growth, we have to include everyone. See? We have to include everyone experiences from very bottom of the society. We have to include all experiences and see how we are going to enrich those experiences. We have to evaluate our growth in that direction. Otherwise, we as a human society, we are not progressing anymore. Progress is not belongs to few people. That can't be progress. See, take my body. My hand is doing fine, but the rest of my body is not well. Can I move further? Can I dance? Maybe with one hand, but I'm stuck. Isn't it? So, when I claim I'm doing fine, I'm healthy, it's not only with my hand I'm healthy. I'm healthy because my whole body is healthy. A country also needs to be like that. The country is healthy because everyone is healthy. Every individual in the country is part of the same body. Then we see globally, are we healthy? Every country can be considered as different organs. Then you say, globally, are we healthy? As a whole humanity. Can we say, my country is doing fine, rest of the country is suffering. Yeah. Can I be proud of that? Or can I recognize the suffering of the rest also belongs to me? See? As long as there is a victim, everyone is a victim. This need to be recognized. This is one of our core message. As long as there is a victim, everyone is a victim. We can't, be successful when there is a loser. As long as there is a loser, no one is a winner. This need to be a foundation of fundamental understanding of our society. Must be the foundation of our society, our governance. As long as there's a loser, no one is a winner. As long as there's a victim, no one is success. In a society, as long as the majority of the people or minority of the people, no matter whether one who is suffering is majority or minority, doesn't matter, as long as suffering is there, we are all losers. So the growth of the country, growth of the society need to be considered based on our experiences, experience of the whole society. Every layer of the society need to be included in this growth. The present day growth or development, we don't include most of the people. Only cream of the society is considered. And this situation need to change. We are not talking politics, but to try to understand spirituality is politics. Enlightenment is a politics, even though we don't call it. Because it's a liberation from one perception. When the enlightenment takes place, it's liberate from the old foundation. What is angered in the past is liberate from that anger. It's entered into the space, a new space. It's free from old beliefs, old dogmatism, old understanding. It brings something new. It's a darkness to light, ignorance to the truth. When a person realizes, it's very important to know, all these things become visible. We can't close our eyes and say everything is perfect. We can't play this accepting game either. I accept it. Close my eyes, I accept it. No. You see? So, how to deal with this? Bring the inner changes within us. In this transformation of, this inner transformation, normally it is inclusive of all. This inner experience, when I talk about inner experience, it's important to know is not I eat healthy food, I sleep on time, I listen good music, I do my, exercises. I do my meditation. I do my pujas and rituals. Every week, every month, I visit the so-called holy places. My inner experience is fine, perfect. Now I'm doing my practice, and according to all those theories, I'm perfect. I feel good. That is, you are correct according to your conditions. But as long as, as long as you are not able to experience what is outside of you. A person who is standing in front of you, we take a flower. When you look at a flower, there's a beauty. This beauty does something to you, isn't it? When you see the chocolate does something to you, isn't it? Yes. It's natural. It creates some experience in you. When you see a flower, the flower does something to you. When you see ice cream, the ice cream does something to you. Isn't it? When you see a little, rabbit or butterfly, something is happening to you. When you see the rainbow, something is happening to you. When you see the suppressed, when you see the oppressed in the society, when you see a beggar in the society, when you see the poverty in the society, something need to happen to you. It's not a politics. It is a beauty. Something need to happen. Because you can't separate yourself. And our inner experience very much dependent on that. This experience, try to understand. Your spirituality is not some kind of mutation. Your spirituality is not some kind of immune system. Your spirituality is not some kind of extra broadband connection to the divine, which is somewhere looping you. Isn't it? Your spirituality must connect you with your senses and what is sensed by. Your spirituality should not be distant. Your spirituality must be present, must be local. It's not an ideology. It's not a philosophy. It's all about coming closer to oneself. And more you come closer to yourself, you will realize at one point, the so-called you is not just your body alone. The so-called you contains the whole humanity, whole planet, the whole cosmic. You are everywhere, you are in everything. You will realize that whatever sensed by you is nothing but you. Your spirituality is not, it's not a mute. It's not immune to protect you from outside, what is happening outside. It transforms the way you approach it, where you sense it. It transforms the way you experience the love. It transforms the way you express your love. We are all learned so much to look for the divine beyond the clouds, in the past, in the old scriptures. The more old it is, more valid it is. It's like our spirituality, most of the time, is like a wine, isn't it? Other day I hear the community are talking about wine. Someone told, the more old it is, more valued it is. Isn't it? It sounds like a religion. Always we can claim, this truth is 5,000 years old, this truth is 2,000 years old, this truth is 1,000 years old. Isn't it? We can value according to how old it is. No, we can't, mute ourselves. We can't search the divine in the past. We have to come closer because we are present. You are present, and everything is happening in your life is present. We can't become passive or seduced by lullabies, singing old stories. Once upon a time, like we put the kids to sleep. I used to do that to Jonathan David, telling story. They used to tell it so boring. Why all the time the story starts once upon a time? Isn't it? We tell stories to children to put them to sleep. And so many stories are told us also. We repeat the same thing. We listen stories and we tell the stories to our children. And all the stories to validate this present, define this present, whether this present is right or wrong, according to that past history, according to once upon a time, whether this moment is right or wrong, according to once upon a time. Isn't it? We never question why we always talk once upon a time. Why don't we talk now? Yes, it's a time to come closer, not refer to the past, because we are the children of this moment. this constellation, cosmic period, this cosmic constellation, in front of us, everything is given. Flower is given, butterfly is given, present situation is given. And, people are given. We can sing the glory of the past. We can sing for Christ or Krishna or Buddha. Or we can evoke humanness. Or we can evoke the divine within us. And we can recognize the life now. We can sing glory of all the masters. That is beautiful. But what is important is recognize those qualities in you. Not stopping, just singing. Sing and enjoy. Dance in the name of Krishna. Meditate in the name of Buddha. The rebel in the name of the Christ. Yes, celebrate in the name of Buddha and name of Krishna. Yes, evoke those qualities now and approach the life now. Then all those masters are resurrected in you now. Recently, Easter is past. Celebration of resurrection. Yes, we keep it as the past, or we can allow that to resurrect inside of us. We can resurrect the Krishna, Buddha, and Christ, or any masters you believe in. If you allow those qualities, their states in you to give a new life in this present, that realization available even now. Through your hands, through your senses, through your eyes, through all your senses, that realization can take a new life now. Or we just worship. We don't evoke that qualities now. We don't allow that realization to resurrect within us now. It's a time to come closer. Next question.
Dear Guruji, I love your message in the past series of A New Humanity. I want to strive for it. The obstacle I encounter are my past imprints. If I sit in meditation, anger, restlessness so much arises that I prefer to jump up and go for running. How to address this? I really want to move further.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful question. New learning need to be learned through body, not learned through mind. We learn so much through our mind. It is not imbibed in our body. Say it's like learning driving by reading without car. You understand? Yeah, just read. Then you go into the drive. No, your body need to learn. Your body need to, interact with the car. Then only it become a knowledge of the body. Just information alone will not help you to read the vehicle. Your body need to engage in learning. Then is a natural response takes place. So whatever you are learning, try to bring into a body. Engage your body in learning. Then the body also will participate in your meditation. So many experiences accumulated in the body. It is difficult for the body to relax and to calm down. Dhara, dhyana, samadhi, concentration, meditation, and liberation. We have to bring the mind which is running thousands directions. We have to bring this mind, come closer to one point. The mind is very poor. It can't stay in one point. That's a function of this mind. It can't stay in one point. It keep on jumping because the elements are keep on moving. Around you, outside you, inside you, yeah, the element is keep on moving. Every chocolate you eat, the element is moving in your body. Every flower you look at it, element is moving in your body. Every color you sense, every fragrance, every sound, every taste, every texture, every material you touch, element is moving in your body. And also the cosmic movement also bring changes in the element. So naturally your mind, also keep on moving. You have to bring this mind into one center. Now how to do that? First of all, accumulated energy. If a lot of accumulated energy is there, your mind want to move here and there restlessly to express this energy. So first try to find the way how to release this accumulated energy first of all. One. And also not to collect so much energy or not to accumulate so much energy. See, we want to read so many information. So many information which is not necessarily belongs to us. You can read a information in Arizona, someone, laundry bag, they found a rattlesnake. We can spend 20 minutes to read about it. We don't question. This information is occupying some, space in your hard disk, isn't it? Your body is nothing but one big hard disk. All the information is stored. And we keep on downloading, keep on bringing so much information. The more information we have, all this information also moving us. So one is not collecting unnecessary information. Other one is, learning how to release the accumulated information, accumulated energies. Then sitting still, doing meditation become effortless, releasing the accumulated energy. So maybe it's good. He say he is going for running, it's good, it's releasing the energy. And more you bring your body closer to nature also. You share this energy with the nature. So get to know how much, in what way your body is accumulating energies. The source of this energy coming to your body. The way we live, the way we act, our lifestyle. Our passion. Get to know. Take little time and study your life. Open your eyes. Look at the map and see where you are going, where you want to go. Whether you are moving towards freedom, you are moving towards bliss, you are moving towards peace, you are moving towards love, or all the plans you have for the future is when you are proposing the peace. You got it? Sometimes people say, if I do this business for 2 years, after that it will be fine. We can also translate that language. We can say, if I don't live in peace for 2 years, do you understand? If I don't, if I am ready to deny myself for 2 years, after 2 years I will get a lot of money. Isn't it? So, always communicate, include your body also. The way I say, include the whole society to the consideration of the growth. When you plan, you have to include your body also. So, in your lifestyle, in your future plan, in your ambitions, include your body. What kind of bodily experience you are going to have. If that is counted as a desire, as an achievement, then your body will cooperate very much with you. You understand me? You have to include your body. I'm going to live, my plan, bring peace into my body. My plan brings freedom into me. My plans bring joy into me. in your story of success, you had to count your body. What's the experience of your body? Not how many new house you bought or how many new cars you bought, how much you stored, accumulated into a bank account. But you have to consider your experience of living in this body. So, at one point, you must be free from all practices. Any practice you practice, the goal of that practice is free from that very practice. So that you become normal, you become natural. When there's a need of practice comes, we have to recognize something is not natural anymore. So that we are trying to replace, trying to find the substitute. It is not wrong, it is beautiful. But the goal is not 30 minutes meditation, not 1 hour yoga, not one puja every day, not chanting mantras every day. My son is so good. Why? He's doing his puja every day, doing his practice every day, he's chanting every day. He's good. I can say he's obedient. He is religiously, culturally tamed properly. I don't see he is free. But every practice you do must bring to a point that you are free, that you can connect with this moment naturally, that you don't need anything extra, you don't need a substitute. Your presence in this moment is not conflict. You and the life is not two different things anymore. So, the practices are good, but the goal of the practice is not 30 minutes practice, it's become a meditative person. It's not doing 1 hour yoga. It's all about, having a yogic body the whole day, whole life. The flexible body. The body which can respond. Not just to perform. It's not meant to perform how much you can bend, how much, you can twist like a rubber. It's not meant like that. It's all meant to increase your ability to respond. The child is crying. I can ask, who is the mother? Or, by the time I hear the sound, my body is responding. It's jumping and responding. And I walk in the street, I hear a music. I hear, Bob Marley song. Then I say, I'm a spiritual person. I'm not a reggae person. I'm a so-called spiritual person. I listen only mantras. And I pass by. Another person, here someone is chanting. He says, I'm not this kind of person. I'm a reggae person. And he is looking for reggae music. I say, both are not spiritual. Both are living in their ignorance. Because both are defined. I am not this, I am that. And this music is not entering into me. My mind is so strong, my definition of me is so strong, so that this music is not making me to dance. No. Music need to enter. When you hear the reggae music, your body need to dance. When you hear the chant, your body need to enter into silence. It's a completeness, ability to respond, yogic body. Not just flexible. In circus, they are more flexible than you are all. Isn't it? Yeah. Your practice is not meant to be flexible or to have a fit body, shaped body according to something. No. Your practice must bring a sense of confidence that you no need to fit with anything. You understand? You are fit. You are naturally fit. And your ability to sense the life, ability to respond. Then your practice is successful. Life is so beautiful. It's a great opportunity to live in this body, in this planet, in this time. And every situation we have is a great opportunity to see how we are responding. Without this situation, we may not know who we are. Whether that's an individual person or is a social situation or the current situation what we are going through. Every situation is trying to tell who we are. And take this opportunity to realize, to liberate, so that our life become meaningful, so that our experience can contribute to this world.